Hi everyone, welcome back to another interesting tutorial. My name is Chine. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this beautiful dress. This outfit is a client order, so I decided to film the entire process. So if you would love to learn how I made this, please keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive into it. To make this dress, I'll be using 2.5 yards of flowered crepe material. The first thing I'll be doing is to get the half length. For the half length, I'll be using 17 inches. So I'll just get it and draw a straight line. Then I'll be getting my shoulder to bust point measurements. My shoulder to bust point measurement is 10.5. So I'll also get it and draw a straight line. I'll go over to the shoulder and get the shoulder measurement. For the shoulder measurements, I'll be using 16 inches. So if I divide 16 by 2, I'll have 8 inches. So on the shoulder, I'll come down by 1 inch. Then I'll use my ruler to get a slant line, okay? After getting the shoulder, I'll get the neck width and the neck depth. Now for the neck width, I'm going to be using 2.5, and for the depth, I'm going to be using 1 inch. So I will use my ruler to connect it at this point. Then the next thing I'm going to be getting is the chest line. Now for the chest line, you divide your bust measurement by 6 and add 1 inch. After dividing the bust measurement by 6 and I added 1 inch, I have 7.5. So I'll just mark it and I'll get a straight line. Then I'll divide this line by 2. I'm trying to get the armhole at this point. So I'll divide this line by 2. Then I'll come in by ½ inch. I'll use my ruler to connect it, and that will be the armhole. Okay, so the next thing is to get the bust measurement and the waist measurement. So for the bust measurement, I'm going to be using 37. I'll divide the bust measurement by 4. I'll also do the same thing for the waist. The waist measurement is 30 inches, so I'll also divide it by 4. Then I'll add 1 inch for that. I'll use my ruler to connect from the bust. To get the dart, I'll just measure in 3.5 from the center front. Then I'll draw a straight line and mark ½ inch on both sides, and I'll connect. I'm done drafting. I'll just go ahead and cut out this pattern at this point. To get the cow neck effect, I'm going to cut through the chest line, okay? Then I'll open it up by 7 inches. Now 7 inches might be too much for some people. You can either use 5 inches or 6 inches if you don't want your boobs to show, but I'm going to open it up by 7 inches. Now this is exactly how I'm going to be placing it on my fabric when I want to cut. So I'll just go ahead and cut out the back. Then I'll show you guys how to transfer this to the fabric. For the back, I'm going to start with the half length, which is 17 inches. Then I'll measure 1.5 from the side. 1.5 is going to be for the zip allowance. Then I'll go ahead and get the shoulder, the bust point line, and the chest line. I'm doing exactly the same thing I did for the front. On the shoulder of the back, I'll still come down by 1 inch, then draw a straight line. For the neck width and depth, I'm going to be using 1 inch for the depth and 2.5 for the width, just the same thing I did for the front. For the armhole, I still came in by ½ inch, then I used my ruler to connect. So I'm going to get the bust and the waist measurement. Then I'll also add 1 inch for that. I'm doing exactly the same thing I did for the front, so this shouldn't confuse you. Now on the zip allowance, I'll come in by ½ inch. Now this is so that the zip can relax. I'll just use my ruler to get a slant line. After doing this, I'll go ahead and cut out the back pattern. It's time for me to get the basque for the skirt. I already have my basic skirt measurement. Please, if you want to learn how to draft a basic skirt, I have a detailed tutorial. I'm going to put the link in the description box. So on the side of the skirt, I'm going to come down by 5 inches. Now this 5 inches is for the side. Then on the center front of my skirt, I'm going to come down by 10 inches. Now if you find it difficult to sew a basque. On the center front, you can come in by 0.5, then go ahead and draw the slant line. That's if you find it difficult to sew a basque with a pointed edge. Okay, if you don't find it difficult, you can go ahead and just draw your slant line, but if you find it difficult, you can come in by 0.5 on the center front before drawing this slant line. So I'll cut it out, then I'll do exactly the same thing for the back. This is the back pattern of my skirt. I added 1 inch for zip allowance. It's time for me to transfer to fabrics. I'll fold my fabric into 2, then I'll place my front pattern. Please pay attention here. So I'm going to place the front pattern on the fabric, then like I said before, I'm going to open it up by 7 inches. You can choose to open it by 5 or 6 inches. It all depends on you. So I'm going to open it up by 7 inches. Then I'll use my pin to hold it down. Now you need to hold it on all sides so that this pattern does not shift. Okay, so I'll make sure the measurement is accurate. Then I'll use my scissors, cut out the fabric. For the allowance, I'm going to add 1/2 inch on the down part, 1/2 inch on the armhole, then 1.5 on the sides as my seam allowance. Okay, so I'm going to cut out exactly what I have on paper. I'm going to just follow it and cut it out. For this part, I'm just going to cut straight, then I'll add 1/2 inch on the shoulder. I'm done cutting the front, and this is what it looks like. So I'll just go ahead and cut out a shorter part so I can use it to turn the neck. This part will not get the half length, it's just a small part, so I can use it to turn the neck side. To cut the back, I'll add 1/2 inch on the shoulder, on the armhole, and also on the down part. Then I'll add 1.5 on the side. So I don't have any need to add zip allowance here because I've already added it on my pattern. So I'll go ahead and cut out. For the skirt, I'm also going to add 1/2 inch on top and 1/2 inch on the down part, then 1.5 on the side, so it will match up with the basic bodice. Okay, I'll do the same thing for the back, then I'll start showing you guys how to join this. Please, I forgot to add something on the skirt pattern. I didn't add that allowance. There's no that on the skirt. The last thing I'm going to do is to get the gathers part of this dress. Now to get the gathers part, I'll get the full length. The full length is 42, so I'll just subtract the half length and the skirt part, then whatever is left, that's what I'm going to use for the gathers. I had to cut this into 4 places so that the gathers will be a bit full. I'm done cutting at this point. I also went ahead to cut interfacing for the back as well. So it's time for me to start joining. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up the front, then I'll use the lining to turn the neck. Okay, so I'm done doing that here, and this is what it looks like. I've gone ahead to turn the neck, and this is what I have. By the time you take the neck part inside, you should have something like this. You should have a beautiful cowl neck. I'm going to add the skirt for the front, then I'll go ahead and start working on the back. Please do not forget, I didn't add that on the skirt. I'm done with the front. I've gone ahead to join the skirt. Now exactly the same thing I did for the front, I'm going to do it for the back. I'll turn the neck of the back, then I'll join the skirt. So I'm done doing that here. I also added that to the back. So I'll go ahead and join the front and the back at this point. I'm going to be using the facing of the back to turn the shoulder. So I'll just go ahead and turn the shoulders, then I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm done joining the shoulder here, and this is what it looks like. The cowl neck is already coming out. So I'll go ahead and join the sides of this dress. Now I like joining the sides before adding the gathers because it just comes out looking better. So I'm done joining the sides here. The next thing I'm going to do is to join my gathers. Then I'll join the sleeve, and this dress is ready. To join the gathers, I'm just going to pleat the material into the dress. I'm not going to pleat first before joining. I'm going to just pleat the fabric into the dress. So I'll just go to my sewing machine and do that. Then I'll show you guys the finished result. I'm done joining the gathers here. I also went ahead to fix the sleeve. Please, I'm yet to do a tutorial on how to draft the basic sleeve. I'll do that very soon. So this dress is ready and the outcome is very beautiful. This is the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. So this is the end of this tutorial and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.